what I want to talk to you about now is the assignment. So I was going to introduce all this in week 3, but now we're going on camp on week 3, and some of you are away week 4, so we might be living a little bit late if we don't talk about this now. So what I need you to do is to basically organise yourselves in groups, no more than 4 per group. 4, 3, 2, they're all fine group sizes. If you have more than 4, things get a bit disorderly, communication breaks down, and we tend not to have much success. So if you could organise yourselves into those groups, they don't need to be in tute groups. You can have people from other groups because you'll be working on this assignment outside of class time. However, you should have the criteria that you can all be able to communicate, whether that's online or whether that's face-to-face. You need to organise that. So select your groups really carefully. I put some information in the start of the unit guide about selecting groups and how you should go about that and why that's important. The main thing you do with your groups is make sure that you all agree on what kind of grade you're shooting for. You don't want some people in the group who want a HD and other people in the group who only want to pass, because you're certainly not going to work together in a cohesive fashion if you've all got different outcomes or different aims in mind. So please establish what the ground rules are and work out roles. So you might have someone who is excellent at IT and can pull stuff together. You might have someone who's a very good database searcher and can locate articles to assign or distribute. One thing I really need you to understand is that whatever you submit will be graded as one piece. So that means the whole group is responsible for what gets submitted. If one part of that is no good, then that's the whole group's responsibility. So you must edit this document 3 or 4 times before it gets to me. So what I'm asking you to do is to make sure that prior to submission you have all read everyone else's chapters or sections or bits. You've all edited those, you've given feedback, and you've allowed that person to go back and make changes. This means that the due date, in effect, is 2 weeks or 1 week at least before it's due. So make sure you push your due dates early so that you have time to edit. Editing time is crucial. The other thing that you're going to need to do is to be really good at searching for, gathering and reporting on literature. Now there's a bit of a technique to that. You don't necessarily have to read every single word, but you certainly need to read a lot of the content of those journal articles. So I'll give you some more tips and tricks for how to do the lit review as we go through this. You've got resources, you've got the study skills sessions which you're all enrolled in. Please take note of those and follow those. We use APA referencing style, no copy paste. Please don't overuse quotes. Try and rewrite it in your own words and reference where you got the source from, and make sure that when you do use articles that you clump like articles together. So don't summarize one article and then move on and summarize the next article and then move on and summarize the next article. So I'm not reading articles, I'm reading literature reviews or summaries of what the literature is telling us. Other than that, the next task that you'll do after forming your group and assigning, working out how you're going to work together and get communication sorted out, whether that's Skype or Facebook or face-to-face or whatever you want to use. Following that, you'll need to contact me. I'll need to know who's in your group, so I need all your group members in an email, all the email addresses so I can send a reply to everyone. And once you've given me that group name, I'll then be able to send you out your problem, or the first part that you have to work through. Read through the problem, go and look at some textbooks or some websites or some whatevers, come back to me with some appropriate questions that will allow you to find out what your issue really is about. You've got to drill down, come back to me with some specific questions. I don't want general questions. I'm not going to give you the answer without good quality questions. So I need to see that you've done some reading, some background reading, and you've got a fair idea of what area you're looking for. Come back with some specific questions. So you email us to me, I'll reply, give you some more information, or tell you that, hey, you got it right, you're on the right track. Once I give you the okay, you can then write the project up. I'll follow up with a little bit more about what that project consists of a bit later. Form your groups. break up into those groups, contact me via email. Don't use Blackboard email, I can't reply to it, and then we'll get you cracking on this assignment. Please do this before you go away on camp so we can get this thing moving.